meeting. Hold on, let me try to share my screen as well. Okay. I want to thank you all for joining us for our weekly Black Wall Street, Texas meeting. We are super excited and we have some phenomenal work that's going on in Texas. And we open our meeting to all of the Black Wall Street community because when we're working and building businesses, our businesses tend to overflow outside of Texas. And we just like to share the resources that we have here in Texas. So the way we start our weekly meeting is we do have an agenda. Our weekly agenda starts out with an open prayer. We open it up where if anyone feels compelled to pray and to lead us in prayer, just unmute yourself and go ahead and pray and lead us today. Does anyone want to pray today? If not, then I will guide us in the prayer. Oh, Heavenly Father, I want to thank you once again for blessing us to see another day on this side of the earth, leading with your spiritual works. We are here together as business owners, and we ask that you guide us in the way that you see fit for us to move in your way and not our way. These and other blessings we're asking in our Son Jesus' name. Amen. Then we go into our spiritual markers that are guiding Black Wall Street. There are 7 spiritual markers that are guiding Black Wall Street USA. Those spiritual markers are Spirit of the Lord, Spirit of wisdom, Spirit of understanding, Spirit of counsel, Spirit of power, Spirit of knowledge, Spirit of fear of God. You can get an in-depth understanding of the 7 different spiritual markers by going to blackwallstreet.org to get those spiritual markers and to get a better understanding of how they are guiding this movement. Now we have what's called the 1-minute introductions. This is where all the guests that are on have an opportunity to share their product, their service, their company's name. Like myself, I have multiple entities, but for the sake of this 1 hour that we have, we limit it to just one business and one product and service. And I will lead off with the business that I'm going to be discussing throughout this session today is the Graduates Gift. What is the Graduates Gift LLC? It is a support services organization for graduates and entrepreneurs. What we provide is access to income producing resource utilizing trading education. We have access to educational platforms, teach people how to trade like the banks in Forex, futures, stock options, and crypto trading. And with our services, we provide accountability coaching, individual and family group support, counseling services, resume writing, and mock interviewing practice for our clients. That's the company, the Graduates Gift LLC. Next person, feel free to unmute yourself and do your 1-minute elevator pitch about your company, your product, and service that you would like to share in this space.
Well, peace and blessings. My name is Rahima Rahim. I am the representative for Black Wall Street USA in North Tulsa or Tulsa, Oklahoma. And the biggest concentration that we're having right now is on North Tulsa because we've just about lost Greenwood downtown. So most of the people live in North Tulsa. So we're operating in North Tulsa, and the goal here in North Tulsa with Black Wall Street USA is to provide a space for young people who can take this forward, especially young men. So we have what is called the Mentoring Clinic in North Tulsa, and there we will be working with young men to share their experiences, to become mentors, and to help others to mentor. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you for
Thank
sharing.
you. You're welcome. Thank you.
Next, yes, go ahead. Unmute yourself and share your product and service.
No, good morning. My name is Derek Walker, based in Dallas, Texas. Professionally, I am a consultant in business development and community development, and have an organization who supports artists, performers, and creatives to make sure they have economic and cultural hubs as a cultural hub of opportunity for them to generate revenue. Art is what drives Black America. Black America is what drives every commodity in the world, and the artists are the pathway to how we can reassure and reaffirm Black intellect and Black IP. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. Next, Dr. G, go ahead and share your product and service that you'd like to share in this space.
Well, I love sharing what's going on in my life and what I'm doing. We get people well from the bottom of their feet. We do the Egyptian method of reflexology, but we are focusing in on the older generation in reference to them feeling better than they look. We're located at 3806 Live Oak at Alabama in the Midtown 3rd Ward section of Houston, Texas. And we would love for you to come and begin to see what it feels like, what it looks like to get the toxins out of your life, so that what you take in order to be the best version of yourself, the wellness version of yourself, hey, listen, we can help any and everybody, because our key is detoxing. You know, the toxins will keep the stuff out that you need to get in you. And so we combat that, you know. And I love how everybody talks about the wealth, but we're going to talk about your health. And let's move forward, pull the rope in the same direction, and let's help one another.
All righty. Thank you, sir, for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Now we're going to move into our old business, the UEI number update. The UEI I can share is I officially have my UEI and have been submitting RFPs for utilizing my company as well as using me as an author. There was an opportunity for authors to share and speak with a group of students. So I was able to submit the RFP now that I have my UEI number. Anyone has any update or would like to discuss their UEI number? And the UEI is the unique entity identification, which is required for any business on the local government level or the federal government level. You must have that number in order to get contracts with the government. Okay, we will move next. We are going to move into using ChatGPT to find funding. And when we're in this space, we like to talk about how we're integrating using ChatGPT to just do business today. And I want to share what Ms. V shared. She shared a new resource, Perplexity, which is an AI tool used to conduct research. So if you're in that space and want to use data and use it for research, she shared an article where this tool actually has it's affordable, because it was just like it started out as free, but you know, as it grows, they definitely will start charging for the service. But right now they say it's crazy cheap to get access to this resource, if you're looking to use it for conducting research in your business, if you want to look at it, what your competitors are doing and come up with strategies to enhance your business, she recommends using Perplexity as a resource for that in the AI space. We said we were gonna be using different AI tools and sharing the resource, and she's actually done that, sharing this one for researching different streams of knowledge that you want to gain, or look at it for streams of business as well. Does anyone else have anything they want to share about using ChatGPT this past week or any forms of AI?
Good morning. Once again, Derek Walker. That's a great observation to consider utilizing ChatGPT. What I would like to do as a person who teaches these types of things and talks about it, as you use it, consider it as a calculator for words. Meaning if you do a good job, a better job, if you write down exactly what you're thinking, and then using those AI functions and features to create versions or drafts of what you want to be made. So if you got an idea, being able to take that idea and put it into ChatGPT will allow you to help you develop what you need. So use it and look at it from the standpoint of that, if you will. But also understand that any original idea that you put into ChatGPT, your intellectual property can be used against you. So I say the anti to that is writing it down on paper first. That way you have a version, and then you can then proceed and use ChatGPT. But consider it as a means of just helping you think and work through, and that also understand that those responses are skewed to a general population that doesn't have the same framework and mindset of Black folks. And that's the last thing, and I appreciate y'all.
All right. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. That's a great point as well, with understanding that once you put it in, it goes out into another space where others do have access to it, because OpenAI is where others have access to the resources. Anyone else want to share?
Well, I'm glad to get that information from my dear brother in reference to that. So, because I use it similar like that, okay, help me explain what I'm explaining a little bit better than I'm explaining, and let me see if that's something that I could use in reference to doing that, So I'm in the process of creating a couple books, so I'm just using that to kind of further the research on it, right? But at the same time, not just really settling for that. I don't want the AI side to dominate what I'm attempting to share with the people from my heart in reference to being well. But there are things that, like I say, I use it to just give it more clarity of what I'm already expecting or what I'm already using it to say. So in retrospect to that, it's been a great help, a great friend in order to do that. But I definitely have to take a closer look at the information that I'm sending out, and it all of a sudden now it doesn't just belong to me. I need to really, really understand ways to offset that. So that's good.
Thank you, Dr. G. Anyone else have something that they want to share regarding using ChatGPT or any AI technology that you've used this week in your business, either to find funding or just to maybe construct a letter or anything like that? Anyone else want to share how they're using AI technologies?
This is Sister Rahim. I kind of want to go back. I'm not even at that point yet. I want to go back, if I may, to the EI.
Okay, the UBI number?
I have an EI number, but I haven't even done anything with it for the 4 or 5 years. And I want to know, is there a report that needs to be sent in, or if I do some, and it's just, I think it's just EI. I don't know whether unique
No,
that you.
no, there is the EIN. That's your number where
Oh,
you
right,
register your business with
right.
the government. The
Okay,
UEI is where you register your business through sam.gov.
okay,
And that's when you're getting ready to do government contracts, either on the
okay,
state level, local level, or the federal level, like school districts. I'm in that space with school districts, and
okay,
they require you to have a UEI number.
okay. Got it.
And
Okay.
so just go to sams.gov. It's free.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't cost anything. So you don't have to pay somebody to do this for you. And it's
Okay.
very simple. Well, I say it's simple, but it's really complicated if you don't have a storefront. And if you're using a virtual office, it red flags virtual office. Because I
Oh
was
no,
using,
I have a storefront.
okay, so if you have a storefront, it should be very easy for you to get a UEI number.
Okay, thank you so much. I
So
haven't
just
done.
go to sam.gov to get it.
Okay, and I'm working with young people, so I definitely need to do this. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And feel free, if I'm going too fast, you know, I always back it up and come back and help you.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Anyone else have anything they want to add either about the UEI or about AI?
This is Derek. If there's anyone who would like some support, kind of working through that, I can show you some tools and some prompts and just talk with you through the process. I've been studying about intellectual property for a couple decades, and your ideas and our ideas are really what drive a lot of this. So as you do that, I can share with you some maybe safe ways to do it, and to make sure that you're getting information. But just overall, if we don't get a chance to do that one-on-one, just imagine it like the person who will never get tired of answering questions. And so when you utilize it from that standpoint, you understand how to frame and get the information that you need to then come up with the ideas.
Thank you, Brother Derek. I appreciate that so much. 'Cause I am lost with the paper. I just want to get out there and work with the people, and you have all this other stuff you need to do to shore up your sides before you can do that. So it's really holding me back. So thank you so much.
Absolutely, I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
And also maybe like when we're doing these presentations, when we're meeting weekly, maybe next week, Derek, if Nathan Daly doesn't show up on Monday, we'll put you in on on next Saturday to do
Great.
like a brief presentation on protecting our intellectual properties. What do you
I
think
need
about
that.
that?
Yeah, I'm not opposed to that at all. Yeah, and if we don't do it that day, let's identify another day to do it,
Okay,
because it's important.
Please,
okay.
I need that one. Thank you.
Yes,
Absolutely.
sir. We'll definitely consider. Now let's move on to updates on political contacts. And I'll start this week. My political connections actually did a face-to-face with one of our constables. He did show up for a holiday party at the school, which was really good visibility to connect with them and talk about implementing a new project into the school. I have a struggling reader, so we decided that we're going to implement a text reading program. And being that she loves the constables and loves trying to read text messages, we would incorporate reading lessons that we get from her teacher into text messages to structure it and build a program for the constable to integrate from his office. So
Wow.
that connection was really good today. I mean, not today, but this week. And we'll be following up with that. And I also put in writing requested meetings with the commissioner in precinct 3. I put it in writing. They wrote back, want to know what the details were, why I was requesting a meeting. And they would get back with me, and they haven't gotten back with me because when I sent what I wanted was several things to discuss, which included small business opportunity, youth engagement opportunities, and look at what his vision was for the county and things like that. So I'm waiting to hear back on that. I have 3 meetings on Monday with the constable in precinct 3, constable precinct 2, and with Stafford Police Department, meeting with them. It's all centered around the youth selling cookies, but it's about building relationships with them so that when I'm presenting my business opportunity, we already have a relationship established. So that has been my political contacts for this week. Anyone else want to give updates on their political contacts or attempts to contact with political officials?
Well, Sister Raheem, Tulsa, Oklahoma, we had an election for the our bear with me, please. We had an election for our school representative for District 3, who is stepping down. The politics is amazing in this area. But anyway, so 4 people were running. 2 were representatives, I am told, of the Kaiser Foundation, which is amassing a lot of the property in North Tulsa. Even though there are a group of people who are trying to amass much as they can to keep the other folk from getting the property. So there's a little unannounced battle between the two. But anyway, one of the representatives for the Kaiser Foundation won. Another young lady could have run, but because of the politics they threw on her before the voting on Tuesday, she refused to come to the forums because she was afraid she would be attacked again. So anyway, that was a bad move. So right now, a Kaiser representative is now representing North Tulsa, and they're also have sent out a survey to see if they can get enough people to approve their setting up a bank in North Tulsa. So that's the politics that I'm aware of for North Tulsa for now. And I keep saying North Tulsa because that's where most of us live. That's where most of us have property. That's the place where the people in the Greenwood district ran to when the burning started. They moved further to North Tulsa. And so now that we're pretty settled in this area, now they, of course, you know how it goes. Well, we want this back. So there's that move, and Kaiser is opening up a big industrial park, closed down the low income district, just leveled it, moved the people out, promised them they would give them somewhere to go, and now they're making what they call what Judge Clarence Thomas called high tech slavery. They're making these nice apartments directly across the street from the from the industrial park. So you just can walk right across the street to work and right home, And so that's where we are with the politics for North Tulsa for right now. So now I have to find ways that we can work with because the person that we had is really, really considering doing something else. And that was with the district, was heading the District 3. And so we are trying to find ways that we can still do something for our children and our school in this area, which has been seriously neglected, except for Booker T. Washington High School, which of course they took over, and now most of the people who go there, and even though they have a black head, the person who is the person that I hear they're looking to put in another a Caucasian person to replace her, under the radar. So that's the politics for North Tulsa, and I want to be in on all of that. Thanks for letting me share.
All right, thank you for sharing. And if there's anything we can do to support what you're doing, just let us know what we need to do. And we definitely are still planning our trip to Oklahoma. So we will be working with the Women Council and other parts of Black Wall Street to schedule that visit to
Okay,
Tulsa.
may I ask a question about that?
Sure.
Was Dr. Ethel Kane Russell involved with that?
Was she involved with
With the trip to
with-
North Tulsa?
Well, she's coordinating one as well. We all,
Oh, okay,
yeah, she
well,
is. I actually spoke with her yesterday.
great.
And
Okay,
she
well,
was collaborating with the Women Council as well to
right.
coordinate that trip.
Okay, good, because I need to get in touch with her, and I want to say, if you're planning a trip to North Tulsa, to Tulsa, please connect with me because, and one of the things you can do is go to the real Black Wall Street tour, because that brother it has the history. Uh, there are tours that will just take you. For example, I went to Palestine, and the first place they took us was to a Jewish store, the bookstore, where you could buy, and everything was marked off like half price. This is a sale, and they were so busy setting those prices up. I wasn't going to buy anything in the bookstore. When I walked in, a couple of things I questioned, and I wasn't going to buy anything in the bookstore. And what they had done was they had put labels on they had doubled the price of everything in the store, and a couple of the items, they were so busy doing that they didn't take the labels off. So I got a chance to see that, and I kept going around telling people, don't buy that because the price has been inflated. But they wanted to be able to buy something and say, oh, I got this in Palestine. So I just want you to prepare for that in Tulsa. So please contact me. I'm at 4417 North Peoria. That's our location. And we just got back into the building, so I've got to get signs done again. And so, but please be sure you connect with me, because one of the things that you may not know, most of the time we travel, a lot of us have access to hotels and that, and or whatever you call it, in access to a hotel ticket or whatever. I'm sorry, I'm losing words at my age.
Yes.
But anyway,
Well, Rick Reese, we know, has the travel program, so we would definitely utilize and support the travel program that they have connected with Black Wall Street. We would definitely utilize those programs.
yeah, but I don't know if they know that there are Black people who have now started B&Bs or BRBs or whatever,
Airbnbs,
Airbnbs in
yes.
North Tulsa, and they're beautiful. The only hotel, because we're really trying to push people to start utilizing the space that they're in, which is North Tulsa. And so the only hotel we have in North Tulsa is the Hampton Inn, and the casino has just built an elaborate hotel that's not connected with the hotel downtown. These are two Indian things that are competing against each other. But the one in North Tulsa, I wish that you would, consider that. And when the when the when the mayor's conference of world, which comes in mayor's conference, came to Tulsa, they did support us in going to that hotel. Thanks for letting me.
Okay, thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing.
Thank
Now
you.
we're gonna move into new business. Well, we know Mr. Daly didn't have a call this past Monday. So does anyone want to have a discussion? We are gonna open it for open discussion. If you have any business concerns or any recommendation, which I have a recommendation that I want to discuss in this space. Today, we know that there's supposed to be a blackout of no shopping on February 28th. And we're supposed to support Black businesses on that day. Dr. G, what do you think about hosting one of your wellness event on the 28th, where you invite people from Black Wall Street to come over to your spot on February 28th? You have to unmute yourself and tell me what you think, because don't let me just put you out there in your business and you're not ready.
And I think it's an excellent idea while he's getting it together.
No,
I'm like, because to me, this is what support looks like. We're not supposed to be shopping with other businesses on that day, the end of the month. We're supposed to be supporting Black business. I think Dr. G, being that you just started over in that community in Third Ward, it would be a great opportunity to host maybe an open house event.
I think that would be absolutely wonderful to do
Okay.
that. And yeah, we are prepared. We're ready. The only thing that I haven't quite got together, I'm opening up a wellness gift shop, but we could still create some things to accommodate that, to be ready for that quote unquote grand opening, not just on the inside, but also give it a look on the outside. And when our brother drive here from Dallas, so he could be going to tell everybody in that area, hey, we get people well. We have books that are available. We have a class that people can register for. I mean, we'll have refreshments. We'll have that. We could put music out there. It would be a quote unquote amazing grand opening. We'll have the microphone out on the porch and we could begin to share and discuss and invite people. We could remind people that this is the day that you do not do business with them, and bring your dollars and let your dollars circulate in the community, so the Black Wall Street and us could exactly do just that, what we're proclaiming, what we're saying, what we're decreeing. And then the real bottom line for this, Dr. Little, is that people know that they can be well, they can look well, they'll feel well, they'll look better than they'll feel better than they look. So we have all the dynamics ready. We're ready to go. The thing about it is, I may be new to and I'm not really new to the community, but I've been doing this stuff long enough. So, I mean, it's not like we're launching, we're just relaunching in a way to where we're more aggressive. I just did an event with the mayor of Sunnyside a couple of days ago where they featured, let me see if I can show you this, where they featured me, and I got this award for participating in bringing this news that you're asking me what we're talking about bringing. So, and I'm looking for stages to come in and let people know that, hey, we can help them be well so they can live well and serve well, and begin to do some things. And let me take one more moment on this. I saw the most amazing conversation take place. A friend of mine that got hit by a car, and they were in the Kingwood Hospital. If I'm not supposed to be calling no names, but forget I said that. But it's amazing how they turn the hospital into like Walmart. And it's so it's more profit than it is care. And what they'll do, they'll cut the staff in order to make sure that they get the profit that they desire. And the thing is, they know that a medical lawsuit takes so much time, they're not even concerned about that element or that incident. When you go in there, the bottom line for these guys is not care, but it's profit at the expense of people. So I'm that much more motivated to share because we care, not just the senior population, but also the young population as well. So they know that there's help and there's hope, and that there's some things that they need to learn how to be the best version of themselves by making sure they give their body the necessary fuel, the proper fuel, so they could think and they could take this thing and run with it, Because at some point, my zeal is going to go on vacation, and it's because I'm going to want to do that. But right now, while we have the pedal to the metal, I'm saying let's do this, and I'm excited about let's doing it. We could promote, and we could talk about that, Dr. Little, as well, But the thing that we want to do is create empowermentation through edutainment and begin to allow information to take our people to the next level.
Okay. All right. Well, let's also open up for those who have business. What are you going to be doing on the 28th to actually promote your business to get business revenue during the time when we are boycotting the other companies? What are you doing in your business to drive traffic to yours on the 28th specifically?
Sister Raheem, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Well, I didn't have anything in mind, but I'm just going to take this idea and open it up. And because we've been looking for a soft opening for our building. And while we will use the February 28th, exactly what you're talking about, I wish you could have Dr. G here, but we'll get him maybe the month of May when a lot of things
Hey,
are going on
oh,
in
I
Tulsa.
can't wait to come to Tulsa and do just what you're saying.
Yes,
And
sir.
you,
Well, plan
yeah,
it for May. I can't give you a date just yet, but of course it'll be near the end of May, around the anniversary. It'll be the third, it'll be the centennial year +3. So just plan it for the end of the month of May. I think that's
well,
the Women's
that
Council.
sounds,
Yes,
that's so
I think
exciting.
that's what they're planning to, the end of May for that tour visit.
Right. That's great.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
great.
that means I'll come a little earlier, Sister Rahima, so we can set
Great.
up and do some things. But then I have I have an amazing connection in Tulsa
Great.
that we could. Are you familiar with Pastor Michael Todd?
I'm familiar with the name. I'm familiar with, yes, I'm familiar with, he's really busy. He's big. He's doing lots of things here.
Well, his dad and mom went to college with me.
Wow.
And so we have an opportunity to allow that to become and generate some support for what you are doing. We'll build that in the situation by making sure, because when I come to town there, it's a thing that we have because we went to Grambling, right? There are
Oh,
things
wow.
that we put together based on that relationship, and it'll fuel this relationship in order to do just that. So
Right.
we look forward to making some things happen in retrospect to that. And then,
Right.
I'm
He
good
has a
friends.
dream center, doesn't he? He has the dream center. He's at the dream center.
Yeah, that's him. And
Yes,
then I
sir.
have a really good connection with Senator Connie Johnson, because Senator Connie Johnson is my friend and
Oh,
my
wow.
buddy. Yeah, so we'll get
Wow.
Senator Connie Johnson involved. And there's some other areas that we know what to do. I got Dr. Myrna Roberts there, who's the foremost authority on any black town in this nation.
Hmm.
And she's right in OKC. And so she's
Wow.
looking for, a matter of fact, we just talked yesterday in reference to that. So I'm going to bounce back and give her a call and let her know about the 28th. And then she has an amazing magazine that she's doing. So yeah, we'll do that and really go from there. See, because that is the area that my family's from.
Wow.
I got some friends in Muskogee, right? And we could
Oh,
do
wow.
yeah. And then the capital of the Cherokee, Tahlequah. I used to do some work out there. Then we got Wilma Newton, who's from Houston, but she lives out in that area. So
Wow.
what we can do is really begin to, like I say, start doing that. And let's talk about your building. Let's see if we get some information to start promoting that, so your building can begin to house some stuff that'll make you money while you sleep.
Yeah,
And
that's
then, yeah,
that's
that,
yeah, because we got young people that we want to prepare them to take our place. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for people. I'm looking for young people who have the potential to do what we are doing on this line right now, and get
Yes.
them ready. Because we have a lot of young men. They. I got to say, I just at a PTSA meeting in the McLean School, I met a man who, well, actually, I was talking to he's learned how to get into the business, into the building without being a teacher. You can be a teacher and you have all these restrictions, but he's doing something so amazing. He has some kind of a contract. It's so amazing that the boys flock to him. They just flock to him. And he has one one boy, his mother was at the meeting. He's in special education, but he's the one that everybody follows. You know how they use special ed, sped aid to hold our children back, especially our boys. So it's just it's so interesting, and I'm listening at all these contacts that you have, and I know these are people with heart, and they would be willing to help these young people to move into to come along with us so that we can make this a better world for all of us. So thank you so much.
Yeah, and don't forget Dr. Karen Reese, who has the Greenwood Project. And
Right.
in that Greenwood Project, I mean, it's an awesome opportunity because she's done so much footwork in retrospect to that with the Greenwood Project. So we could definitely tie in with some things that she's already done. She's already laid a foundation. So you're gonna want to really spend some time with Dr. Karen Reese.
Okay.
Because, like I say, of the footwork that she's already has done, and and matter of fact, it'd be an awesome opportunity, and we'll talk to Dr. Karen about that, to present her movie, and then who knows, she may even launch another one based on the work that she's already done. But Dr. Little, maybe you can speak a little bit more on in reference to that with Dr. Karen, but she's done a lot of footwork when it comes to what's happening in Tulsa. So yeah, let's lock arms, let's lock hearts, and understand what's really going on. Because then when we begin to understand, I got about 9 hours worth of audio books that I did on the city of Black Gold, and and the reason why what happened in Greenwood, they promote the part that is not really the essence of the truth of what really happened there. You know, when Greenwood sat on the second largest oil field in the world, and how all of that came about. But there's an indigenous side that we are not tapping into, that when we bring that indigenous side in there, we could really get a great footprint in there, some things that, they can't do because of that indigenous side. So anyway, yeah, let's make this happen. Let's do this. I'm excited.
And we definitely will make it happen when we get that tour solidified. When we know, we would definitely continue to reach out to you, Sister Rahima.
Thank you so much. But I'm going to knock all of you right now, because really Tulsa, as you just said, it was the oil capital of the world, well, really of the United States. And then Texas, Texas does things big. So you all just took it and said you all were the oil capital of the world. I just wanted to throw that out there.
No, you got to throw it out there, because that is the truth that goes beyond the fact. There was only one oil well in the world deeper than that oil well, and that was way in Africa.
Right.
And so, but when it came to here, and that's what they were after. Right. And they were after on those 40 blocks. That that's what they were after. Cause the guy that said, the historical part that they don't tell you, him and the white girl got married and moved to Chicago. And when they asked Son Wallace, were they going to rebuild Greenwood, he said, no, let's go to Atlanta. So you wonder why Atlanta does what Atlanta does, but it was because of what took place in Greenwood. So the history is really deep, really rich. It's really, really deep. But I'm telling you, I don't care who you are. You have a Black Wall Street in you. And from creation, how God created us, he said, and God made man, he was good. Then he said he gave man dominion. That dominion, what is that? That's Black Wall Street in each and every one of us. Like what the New Testament said, exceeding abundantly above all that you could ask to think, according to the power that's at work within you.
Yes, sir.
Now, so why do we settle? Why do we settle? Let me shut up.
Yeah, you're teaching now. You're teaching now.
All right. Let me see, Miss Vanessa, do you have any plans for the day that we're supposed to be boycotting the other companies? Do you have anything planned for your business on that day, February 28th?
I do not at this time. I do not.
Okay, well, I would encourage you, if you don't do anything but pass out some promotional flyers on that day to promote your business. And they could be virtual flyers. But make a commitment to do something to drive business, to do a post, make a commitment to do social media posts during your elevator pitch. Do something to drive traffic to your business on the day that we're boycotting.
Yes, I was
Okay,
also thinking about, thank you for that, but as he was talking, because I got cut out of the Zoom, I thought, well, which 28th is he talking about? And then you just confirmed the 28th. But I wrote down possibly free tutorials for that day for such a short period of time, just to
right.
get more children to the center,
Yeah.
possibly, and put out flyers prior to that to do that.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes, but do something to drive it to your business on that day, or support other businesses in the community. Make it be intentional that you're going to support another Black business owner. Like here in Texas, we are going to make a commitment. We will be going to Dr. G's spot on February 28th.
Yay!
That's
Yeah,
awesome. And some other things that we could do. We can get real gorilla with this thing, right? Because what we could do come on that particular weekend, okay, because I mean the people that do the sign ordinance, they're actually off, so we can actually do a sign campaign, promoting it, and we can move the signs up and when they go back to work Monday. So I'm just saying that the possibilities of doing things to really make a difference, because what they go do, they off, so we may as well put
right,
the
right.
signs out and
Yes,
put the news out. Hey, this is good news. And if we really want to get really gorilla with it, we could start the weekend before, coming next week, and put those signs out and begin to say, prepare for next week, and just make that announcement on the weekend. Now, matter of fact, we could create some banners and say, I mean, oh yeah, we could pump this thing up like you would not believe. And so what I'll do also is I'll prepare to have somebody to perform musically out there to get us some attention, and have a little fun. And you can actually come this particular day, this particular weekend on the 28th, set up you a tent. There's enough room over here where I am. We could set up tents, and we could allow it to be like Black Wall Street weekend.
okay.
Yeah, so
And so, yeah, maybe the others come over and do pop-up, because I got Girl Scout cookies we're selling over here.
do they have Girl Scout Fig Newtons?
Yes.
Okay, bring me a box of those joints, because they seem like everybody else that made them went on strike, and I've been wanting some Fig Newtons. But
Oh,
why
not
don't
Big Newton. We got the thin mint, we got Girl Scout cookies, different kinds. They don't have the Fig Newton. No.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I'm still gonna support.
Yes.
I am still gonna support. Well, why don't we do that? Why don't we make it a Black Wall Street weekend where, okay, yes, I'm here, but at
Doing
the
the
same
open
time,
house, we're gonna make the center focus of you doing open house. That's your business. Make that the grand opening, and you just have vendors too.
okay,
Yeah,
well,
some big vendors.
yeah, well, let's do it like that. Let's plan that. Sister Vanessa, where are you located?
She's in Longview.
Longview, Texas.
You in Longview? Yeah,
Yes.
that's a short ride. I-20. That's a short ride.
Where are
Yeah,
you located?
I'm in Houston.
Oh, that's the family place.
Yeah,
So,
I know some people that grew up with it. Did you grow up in Longview?
yes.
Did you know a lady named Becky Shaw?
No. Not right
Be-
off. Becky
yeah,
Shaw.
yeah, Becky
I
was
may
from
have known her
Longview.
children.
And I know when I first got into songwriting, she made sure that all of my stuff got published, copyrighted. I
Wow.
mean, but she was from Longview. And then no, we just worked together, and I was just wondering because you said Longview. There's somebody else we're working with that's from Longview. I can't think of it now, right now. But anyway, you would love to make that drive and come and let people know that you're in Longview here in Houston. I mean, be that virtual thing, and then meet some other people that are on the same journeys that you are on. And then at some point, we can all come up there and rally around you like we're getting ready to do for Sister Rahima. I mean,
That would
that's
be
exactly,
awesome. Awesome.
Yes, great.
Yep, yep.
yeah, so we'll definitely do that. I mean, one year I did the whole staff of Wiley College. I mean, we had
Wow.
a big old thing up there for that, you know.
Mm.
And so that, like I say, it's a fun opportunity. But like Dr. Little was saying, as we lock arms and lock hearts, how we move together in the same direction, you know, let us support one another, you know. So at some point it'll be your time and your turn. And this meeting that we'll be hosting, we could be hosting it sometime in Longview, you know. I mean, they have the humble Juneteenth coming up. You know what Frederick Douglass said about the 4th of July. You know, and all of this kind of stuff. I mean, we just create opportunities to do that to support one another.
Well,
Mhm.
I would love that as an educator here. I would love just that.
Yes, indeed. Well, we have to put the
Beautiful.
date on the calendar.
Yeah.
Yes.
Get it
Well,
together.
why don't you claim that date right before school starts?
Yeah. Be like back to school in August.
Yeah, why
Do
don't you do
it like a
something
back
like
to
that?
school event.
Yeah.
I sure will. I sure will.
Because Dr. Little can't nobody beat her planning an event. I mean, she is off
That's
the
right.
chart, you know. She, I mean, she'll
She
show
gonna
you
do
how
an
to.
event.
Maybe she
Dr.
needs to be on my board. How about that? Because I'm
Yeah,
looking.
well, Dr. Little is an event. I mean, you
Yes.
know, she is an event. I mean, she hooked me up with a one of the judges in
Fort
Fort Bend
Bend.
County. Yeah,
Mhm.
and so she knows what to do and she knows how to get butts in the seats. I mean,
I know
people
how
in
to
the seats.
position people, position you. You do what you do. I can get you in the room. That's what I do. Get you in the room with the people of influence.
And I'm telling you, she is great. The mayor will be at your event. The city councilmen will be at your
They sure
event.
will be. I don't
Yeah,
even
white
know
people will be
your
at your
people in your
event.
city, but
Mexican,
by the time I get there, they'll be there.
they'll be there. Mexicans, white people, Chinese
All people.
people, all people.
Mhm.
That's the Dr. Little that we know. She will get it
Yep,
done,
they will
get it
be there.
done, get it done. Her name is Little, but she does big things.
Okay.
She do a little with a lot of connections. It's
Yeah,
all connections.
This is a typical example. This meeting right here. I can see I can get something from all of you off of Black Wall Street. So
Yes,
that's a blessing. That's
yes, yes,
a
yes. Well,
yeah.
I have to get off. I do have another meeting. Someone else is wanting a little of my time before I go to a dance performance over in Third Ward. Headed to
Oh, wow.
TSU, Dr. G. The little
Oh,
one's performing today.
You gonna come by and pick me up and I go with you?
You want to go to the performance with me? Okay, get ready.
Yeah. Okay. Hey,
Get ready.
that's what you call
what's your
connection.
attire? Cause you know I'm gonna dress. I'm gonna be
Go
ready to
on,
go.
get ready now. You go on, get ready. I'm leaving my house at 11.
Okay, do that. 3806 Live Oak in Alabama.
Wait a
When you
minute.
get here, I'll be ready
Wait a
to
minute.
rock and roll.
Okay, let me get it. Let me put it in GPS, 3802
02
Live Oak.
Live Oak.
Okay.
How many minutes are you wait?
Let's see what it says. It says I'm 34 minutes away.
Okay, it won't take me that long to get dressed. So I'll be dressed. I'll be ready to pop it.
Okay.
Okay, sounds
Okay.
good.
All right, bye-bye.
All right.
Y'all, see y'all next week, same place, same time.
Thank you so much.
All right,
God
bye-bye.
willing.
Bye-bye.
Bye.